Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly forecast for February 27th through March 5th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we'll see what's coming up here for the Libra collective. You might need a private reading. If you do, this is a good time to do it. The sale I've been doing is going through February 28th. So, information in the detail of the description of the comment, description of the video, I want to say. If you want to check that out, check that out. But the first card we have coming up here for the Aquarius collective is the Five of Pentacles. Now, this is a card that freaks a lot of people out, but what they don't realize is the Five of Pentacles is very much about transition. Okay, like transitioning and finding in that process loyal friends, like people who have your back through that transition. A lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance, and so for that reason, Five of Pentacles sometimes gets typecast as like a rejection card or being shut out of something. But if you're new to this channel, welcome. I do love reading separate, and I try to focus the weekly forecast where we're looking at the cards in other issues or other aspects of life. And the Five of Pentacles can be where we're making changes during an uncertain economic climate. And the message here is to take this into consideration while we are working on these other projects or career change or business. Sometimes we want to tell ourselves, oh, I'm going to be positive and I'm going to manifest something. And you will manifest success, but there may be current factors right now, economically or politically in your area, that might make it to where the growth is going to take a little bit of time. And if you can take that into consideration, and not break the bank in what you're trying to do, then the transition is going to be easier. It's not going to be as stressful. It's not going to be as scary because you've given yourself some wiggle room. You've planned for that transition. So some of you are transitioning and making a significant career change. Some of you are wanting to start some kind of business. And Five of Pentacles is saying just take into consideration that there may be economic factors. You will be successful, but it may not be an overnight success. And so you don't want to take huge risks. You don't want to, put every last penny into something and then be stressing yourself out trying to hurry up and like get it back as quickly as possible. So spending conservatively, investing conservatively. You may be going through transitions in your life, and in this process coming across like-minded people who are also going through transitions, and you're finding who your real friends are as you're going through these transitions. As you're doing less for others because you need to focus on yourself, you might see who's been around you for selfish motives and who's around you because of who you are, and their appreciation of you as a person. So I feel this Five of Pentacles coming up for Aquarius as like a time of refining, right? Like you're just kind of clearing out the muck, and like the gold is coming to the surface, or the gold is remaining, and you're sifting through all of the dirt. I guess is what we want to say. You're sifting out the dirt and the gold is coming to the top. So there could be a thinning out, thinning out of your circle, a thinning out of your people in your environment, but you're finding the quality and you're sticking to quality, right? To the people who are in your life, and they're showing up with substance. They're showing up with commitment and having your back as you're going through these transitions. Some of you may be coming into a time that as you're going through transitions, you're meeting new friends, new soul family, and you may feel as though you've known these people your whole life. You may feel closer to the new people coming in than you do to people you have known your whole life. So there's this transition here for the Aquarius collective. The next card coming up here for you all is the Fool. And the Fool is this leap of faith, right? So we talked about Five of Pentacles, transition, right? Transition and change. And the Fool card is telling us that you're being led. You're being guided to make this shift. You're being guided to make this change. But the Fool card also comes with the energy of look before you leap. Plan your steps. Yes, you're being guided to take this risk, but you want to take it in an educated way. You want to take it in a way where you're looking before you leap and you're preparing yourself. What do I need for this? How can I set myself up to have a soft landing? You may be transitioning from one thing to another. How can I set this up to where I have some security during this transition? I have some stability. I'm not just jumping and hoping for the best. And the Fool card is a major arcana card. So this is a significant new chapter. This is a significant shift that you're coming into. I also feel here with these energies that you're very optimistic in a situation that to other people is seeming hopeless or even dire. But I feel this optimism is coming from you're feeling very connected to your higher self, and you see the solution. Like you have a vision of what you're creating and what you're doing in your life that other people aren't quite seeing, other people aren't quite grasping. And the message here is that you will be successful because you are being guided to make this shift. But again, you need to bring some logic into it, some planning into it. How can I take the steps to have a safety net, to have a backup plan, to help me with the transition, to help me with the change? But definitely a positive shift, and you're meeting new people in the process, people who are going to be supportive or people who are going through something very similar. So you're finding yourself uh, building a new social circle, or even a support system through this process, going through these changes. The next card that's coming up here for the Aquarius collective is the Page of Swords. Now, Aquarius, this can be you. This can be you in your lovely, wonderful air sign energy. This could be a fellow air sign person, albeit a youthful one, a fellow Aquarius. It could be a Libra or a Gemini. Now, the Page of Swords comes up for me in my readings when you're going to find success through getting busy and doing the research, like going to check out things, like doing the reconnaissance. Things are going to fall into place for you as you're doing reconnaissance. So you might tell yourself that you're wanting to do something, but you don't have enough money for it yet. And you might go out and you just might start looking, and you might find somebody that's going to cut a deal or work with you. Or you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't know what steps to take. But the second that you begin to kind of research and look into it, it's going to become very clear to you. And so the Page of Swords comes up in my readings sometimes to give us encouragement that we are meant to investigate, go out there and gather information. And everything is going to fall into place in the process. You're like, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how I'm ever going to make this work. And yet, as you're taking the steps, you're showing up. And that's when the universe can hand you the blessing. That's when the universe can hand you the miracle, because you're showing up for it. And you're just looking and you're keeping faith and you're staying open. You're being guided to make a change. You don't know how to make it happen. But just doing the research, making phone calls, going and checking things out, you're going to be surprised how quickly things fall into place and how quickly things happen for you. The next card coming up here for the Aquarius collective is the King of Cups. This could be water sign energy, a Scorpio, a Cancerian person, or a Pisces. If you have water sign placements, you may be focusing on those areas of your life at this time. But the King of Cups in this instance, I feel, is coming up for the Aquarius collective in the sense of generosity. And so I feel as you're going out there gathering the information, doing the homework, you are coming across someone that just kind of has a soft spot in their heart for you. And they're like, Aquarius, I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to make this happen. And it might feel very miraculous for you. But somebody is coming in and they're helping you. Like they have faith in you and they're stepping in and they're helping you with a situation. It could be someone that is loaning you money to put towards an idea or to help you with some kind of a down payment. It could be someone who is hooking you up with an opportunity, opening a door for you, using their connections to get you into something. But I feel with this King of Cups energy, someone is coming in and doing you a big favor, a very generous favor, and it's going to be a game changer. And I want to say something to some of you Aquarius, and please, please, please do not take offense to this because I'm saying it with love and it's not meant in an insulting way. But for those of you Aquarius who might be like new on your journey and you're like, oh gosh, I really need this break, oh please, Amethyst, I hope this happens for me, from your mouth to God's ears, please let this be true. When we're breaking out of a really difficult situation, and sometimes there will be certain people that step up and they're a miracle, like this person is an answer to our prayers, we can become very attached to that person. Depending on the circumstances and depending on the situation, we may even develop really strong romantic feelings for that person. And we might think, oh, well, they must be in love with me if they're helping me in this way. Now, I'm not going to say that can't ever be the case, but a lot of the times what's happening is the universe is using this person as a channel to help you. The universe is working through this person to give you this blessing. So sometimes they're not meant to be our life partner or our soulmate. Sometimes they're just a person that the universe is is using to help us. They're just a channel. And if we can keep that in mind, it can help us to not get hung up on something that's not meant for us forever. So the best example that I can give you is if somebody was really wounded and they were really injured and they were in a really bad state and they were really mistreated and were in a very cruel circumstance, cruel situation. They've never known kindness in their life, and they're rescued and they're rushed to the hospital. And the doctors at the hospital are so loving and so kind and so compassionate for what this person has been through, and they really help this person to heal. And when the person is healed and it's time for them to be discharged from the hospital, and the person says, oh, but I don't want to go. Oh, I want to stay here. These doctors are so wonderful. They're so amazing. Like nobody's ever been so good to me. I want to stay here. We can't stay in the hospital. We're not meant to stay in the hospital. That is there for us to get better and then to go out into the world and to enjoy our life. So don't get hung up on the doctor. Don't get hung up on the person that's come in to put you back together or to help you get together, because that was their work, and now you're meant to go on and to live your life. It's a great big world. You're going to meet a lot of wonderful people. You're going to meet a lot of kind people. Don't get hung up on the doctor. The doctor is there to help you feel better, but the doctor is not meant to go through the entirety of your life with you. So I just want to put that out there, and I'm saying this with love so that we can maybe avoid some heartache, because I know for some of us who have had really hard lives and somebody is kind to us and somebody helps us, oh my goodness, we just want to follow them around like a little puppy. you know, and that's understandable considering the circumstances and the things that we've experienced. But if we can know this, it can keep us from getting disappointed or having a hard time to get up and walk out of the hospital once we're better. I hope this is helpful, my dears. Please do check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, check out the details in the description about the sale going through the 20th of February, and click on the link. It will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching. Please take care. Have a fabulous week. Bye, my darlings.